Alright, we are ready to go.
So this is a teaching my bronze friend how to the basics of each hero as a top 500 Overwatch player myself. We'll start off with Diva.
Okay.
Cool. You glitched out when you loaded it. Alright. So to save time, we'll just do all of our testing in this area over here.
Okay.
Cool. So simple start, left click, obviously shotgun type shots. The closer you are, the more damage it does. So if I'm standing back here, I'm shooting, does very little damage. Whereas if I walk right up to them, burst them down immediately. So it's like a spread shot. So if you look at the wall, like that.
Yeah.
So with Diva, you want to be up close and personal. You want to be in their face. If you poke at them from far away, you're not going to do any damage. You're going to be pointless. Next thing. Her shift is booster rockets. You fly around. Pretty simple. You can cancel it at any point. So if you're flying and you realize that you're going too deep, you can cancel at any point. You can also do knockback. So if we look at this little tracer over here, I can fly at her, knock her off the map.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So everyone you hit gets knocked back a little bit, and it does slight damage to them. So you see how these guys got damage done to them? I hit them with my boot. There you go. That can get paired up nicely with our ult, where if you want to do a sneaky flank, there's someone on the other side of this wall. You press shift, then you press your ultimate. The ultimate will keep going, and you just drop where you are.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Okay.
Takes a bit of practice, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Her next ability is her mini rockets. So with them, same sort of thing as her primary. You want to be close to the enemy. If you're attacking from back here, does that much damage. You stand a little bit closer to them. Does more burst damage.
Okay.
The AoE as well, so if you hit next to someone, they will get damaged. Obviously it's not a massive AoE, but you get the picture. Lastly is her defense matrix. So that stops any incoming damage. So I'm talking about anyone's like normal fire, Tracer's pulse bomb, even like Zarya's ultimate, the graviton thing, you can eat that as well. And then obviously her ult. We tested that before, just a big bomb. There is a radius, so Tracer got hit by that as well. So it's pretty big.
Okay, so it's,
pretty
it's a pretty big thing, yeah.
It got buffed recently as well. And then once you're here, obviously you can remake. Remaking as well does massive damage. Cool. That's the basics of Diva. Next up we got Doomfist. Now granted I am not very good at this hero.
As I could probably
His
better
left
me,
click.
so it's fine.
His left click is very much the same as what Diva's is. You've got 4 shots and they reload automatically. You can't reload them after 2 shots, you have to wait for them to reload 1 at a time. Same thing, if I'm shooting from back here, just unloaded 4 shots into that person, didn't kill him. I'm going close, 2 shots killed him. So that's his left click.
Okay.
His right click is a punch. You can punch someone and knock them off the map, as long as there's no barrier there. Every time you hit someone, you get a little bit of overshield. So if you right click into that guy,
Oh yeah,
you get that little bit of green. You get a little bit of overhealth. If you hit someone and you just hit them with your right click, they get damaged. Whereas if you hit them and they hit a wall behind them, it does extra damage and a little bit of extra stun. Next thing is his shift. His shift, you launch yourself upwards and then you smash down. So it's good for mobility, so if I want to get up there, jump up. Big slam. You hear that slam when you hit?
Yeah.
Compared to if I'm going to go now and I cancel it, it's no noise. His other ability is a block. If you get attacked while you're in the block, it charges up your punch. So it's a good thing to do is when you're in the midst of battle, you use all your abilities, you block up, can I have my punch again, and now I can punch out.
Okay, because I see if when I press E, there's a bar that comes up as well.
Yep. As that bar fills up, your punch gets empowered.
My right click.
Yes. Lastly, we have his ultimate. One thing about his ultimate is I'm on 77 health now. My health is going up the longer I'm in here. You drop it on someone, you smash down.
Okay. Do I go into overhealth?
Doesn't do... Yep, you get overhealth for that as well. So it doesn't do a great deal of damage, so you need to be careful. You're not going to kill 3 people by landing on them.
Oh wow, that gives you a lot of overhealth.
Yep,
Okay.
that's Doomfist. Very mobile, very difficult to handle. Cooldowns very important, so don't waste your cooldowns.
Okay.
And if you're playing against a Doomfist, don't punch him, don't hit him when he's like this. Jonker Queen.
Oh great.
So there's a little bit of a sequence going here. Jonker Queen, left click, is a shotgun. You're attacking this guy from back here. Takes 4 shots to kill him, all headshots. You stand close to someone,
No one can stop me.
pretty much one-shot them. That's the left click.
You call that a bot? You got
Her right click is a dagger. So a nifty thing about Jonker Queen is she's got bleed effect. So you see every... Oh, shit. He's on top of you.
Yeah, I see it's
her...
like initial
she's got...
damage and then damage for longer.
Yep, so that's the bleed effect. So what that means is as long as they're bleeding, you are getting lifesteal. So if you watch my health, my health is going up as they are bleeding.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yep. So that is triggered by her right click and her axe swing. Obviously, you've noticed that the right click has a bit of pullback. So if you look at the Junkrat, he's off the map.
Oh,
So it's very handy. You can pair that with your E, which is an axe swing. Same as Reinhardt's ability. You hit people like that. Again, that ticking sound is your bleed effect. This can get paired nicely when you're in the midst of battle. You hit someone, you pull them in, and you axe swing.
okay.
Pretty much insta-kills Junkrat.
Even though you missed, but yeah, I can see what you were getting at, yeah.
No, I hit him.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Okay.
The longer you keep your knife on someone, the more damage it does. Alright, her ultimate is massive. So what her ultimate does is it damages people, it does damage over time, which means you get bleed effect, and it stops them from getting healed. So they go purple.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
So it does damage, so they're pretty much 75% of their health is gone. They did damage over time, and while they were purple, they got no heals.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Oh god.
Best advice for Mauga, turn off your brain.
Turn off my brain.
Basic, just turn off your brain. Mauga's very easy. His left click ignites people. So once you hit people enough, they get ignited. Once they're ignited, you hit them with their right click, and everywhere you hit them will be critical. So, I hit that guy, he's ignited. Now every hit I do is critical. You can do both at the same time, obviously. So if you're doing it against a really tanky hero, like a Roadhog, look behind you. There's a Roadhog. Every hit I do is critical. His shift ability is a run. While you are in your run, you cannot get stopped. Armor Sleep, a Reinhardt charge, a Doomfist punch, nothing can stop you from moving. So as you're running, you just control it with the A and the D. You can cancel by pressing shift again, or you left click and he stomps down. If I was to run in here and I stomp down, he gets stunned and he takes a bit of damage. His E ability is shielding. or like lifesteal. You activate that, you damage people, you get health back. Basically, pretty much how you damage people, you get health back. So it's really good to combo with your ultimate, which is Cage Fight. You jump it in, the enemy team and yourself are locked in. They can't get out, except for things like Orisa with her Fortify, and Lifeweaver pulling you out, or Symmetra with her Teleport. Jump it in, I can't get out now. I also can't run. I can't use my shift. So neither myself nor anyone else can use any of their movement abilities.
Okay.
Orisa. I don't really need to do that much with Orisa since you very much know how to play Orisa already.
Yes.
Just a few things. Her left click has no range, so it doesn't have fall off damage, so you can shoot people on the other side of the map and it'll do the exact same amount of damage as if you're shooting them close. So this person I'm shooting over here, watch their health bar disappear. Watch this guy's health bar. Obviously he's a stronger character, but disappeared. So when you're playing against a Widow, just fire off at the Widow and she will get just children's blow. Her shift ability is Fortify. So as we were saying with Mauga, this thing you don't get slowed down. By May's freeze, by Mauga's ultimate, by any type of boop like Diva's boop or Roadhog hook or whatever, you don't get moved. You also can't get critical shot, which is a really good counter against Mauga. If Mauga ignites you on fire and you do this, he can't hit you with critical. No headshots, no Mauga crit shots, nothing. The right click is a javelin. You hit people. If they hit a wall behind them, it does extra damage and they get stunned a little bit. Really good to cancel people's ultimates like Moira or I don't know, whoever has a channeling ult, I can't think about it. And lastly, the javelin spin, which for me is Q, for you is E. Stops any incoming damage, so no one can shoot you. Things like Zarya, Beam, Symmetra Beam, Reinhardt Swing, all that can still damage you, but any type of incoming projectiles, same as Diva's defense mechanism, gets absorbed. So you can eat Moira Orb, you can eat a Diva Pulse, I mean not a Diva Pulse, a Tracer Pulse, whatever. It also does knockback. If you time it right, you can knock someone off the map. You also move a little bit faster, so if you need to get back from spawn, you hold that and you just get back there tiny little bit faster. Every second counts in overtime. Oh, and then the ultimate. I forgot about the ultimate. My bad. So the ultimate. You pull people in, you charge it up, charges up to 500%, and then it slams down automatically at 500. The longer it charges up, the more damage it does. Ramattra. Left click. Has a little bit of damage fall off, but not too much. So you can still poke people, just shoot people out in the open, and they'll still get damaged quite heavily. The right click is a shield. Pretty basic. You have to point where to put it down. Has a few second uptime, but it has pretty good health. Something you can do as well is if you're playing and there's people on the high ground, putting a shield in front of you won't do anything, because if they're standing over there and you put a shield over here, they can still shoot over it. So what you can do then is if you look up there and press your right click, you will see the outline of the shield come up, and you can place the shield on that line there. His shift is his punchy fall. Does extra damage, gives you extra health, and his right click has changed to a block, so that blocks a lot of incoming damage. Not all incoming damage, it's about the same amount of incoming damage as Doomfist block. Not a lot, but it still does something. Pretty much as basic as you press it and you punch people to death. Very simple. So that is very good to do when you are stuck around a corner and you can't get through. You do that, you get a little bit more you get a little more armor, you get a little bit more damage, and you can just kind of force them back. If you look at my health, see how 75% of my health is white and the other part is orange, so like normal health and shields.
Yep.
And I press my shift. Notice how my armor went up massively.
Jeez.
Yeah. His E ability is a slow that does tick damage. So these guys are slower now. Obviously you can't see that, but they are slower. They also get a little bit of damage done to them. Really good for if you're chasing someone down. It also slows down someone like Diva when she's flying. So instead of being able to fly full flight, she goes like 50% flight, and it's really good to stop her from flying away or from chasing you guys down or whatever. And lastly is his ultimate. You go punchy form, except you get lifesteal as well. So if I wasn't going to punch, look at the Roadhog. Same as those things, they're getting damage as well. Roadhog. The longer I stay in here, the longer it goes. So it's originally a 3-second timer, but as I'm going down, it ticks down at like 30% slower.
Wow.
Pretty much kills the Roadhog in entirety. If I was to go over here and not damage anyone, obviously it's line of sight, so if I go here, I'm not going to damage anyone.
Yeah.
It goes down in 3 seconds.
Oh, so you have to be in line inside of.
You have to be in line of sight.
Yeah.
So, something very important is if you are playing against a Ramattra and your Orisa or something, and he targets his ult, javelin him out the way. Get him away from your team, because if he has to chase you guys down, he will not be able to. And his ult
Oh,
will
yeah,
be...
that's clever, yeah.
Because if I'm triggering my ultimate over here, and I'm chasing it down, still chasing guys down, that's half of my ult charge already gone. Once I kill these guys, now my ult's gone. So very important to get your Ramattra away from your team, and you guys will win team fights.